Hello everyone, welcome back to our lesson. So for today's lesson, there are going to be two learning objectives. So the first one is writing 4.1.1, where you need to explain information from a diagram by describing a direction in a map in an email responding to a friend's letter with the appropriate use of language. And the next objective is reading 3.1.1, where you need to understand the main points in extended text on a wide range of familiar topics by finding important details in a letter and an email correctly. So, are you ready? Let's go. So today we are going to learn how to write an informal letter or an informal email based on prompts. Okay, so let's read the instruction first. Task A. Your friend Andrew, who lives in Birmingham, will be visiting your country for a month. Read the letter he has written to Mark, a common friend of yours, who lives in another city. Why is Andrew writing to him? So we have a question here and we need to answer the question. Let me highlight this question. Why is Andrew writing to him? Okay, so basically the situation is you are a friend of Andrew, right, who lives in Birmingham, and Andrew will be visiting your country for 1 month. You are required to read the letter Andrew has written to Mark, a common friend of yours who lives in another city. So basically, you are reading a letter exchange between your friends, whose name is Andrew and Mark, right? So I hope you understand the situation here. Now let's read the letter. Dear Mark, guess what? My parents and I are staying at a resort in your country this summer. That means I'll be able to get together with you and some of the others who were here on the language course last year. I'm so excited. We'll be there during the month of August, so I was thinking of paying you a visit on the second weekend in August. Would that be convenient for you? I plan to arrive by train sometime on Friday afternoon, and I was wondering if you could recommend a good hostel somewhere near the station. I don't want to be too much of a nuisance, so we could get together anytime and any any place that is best for you. Just tell me how to get there from the station and I'll find it. You probably remember that I'm really into photography. I'd really love to get some good shots of nature spots or places of historical interest while I'm there too. What do you suggest? Well, got to go now. Can't wait to hear from you. Yours, Andrew. So this is a letter from Andrew written to Mark. Now let's answer this question. Why is Andrew writing to him? So basically, Andrew is writing to Mark to inform him that he will be visiting his country, all right, staying at a resort in your country this summer, and he was thinking of paying Mark a visit. And then Andrew was asking him for some information about where to stay and which places to visit. So a recommendation of a good hostel somewhere near the station. And then suggestion of spots or places of historical interest. And then basically Andrew is asking for Mark's suggestion for these questions. And then he also want to make arrangements about where and when to meet Mark. Okay. Just tell me how to get there from the station and I'll find it. So these are the reason why Andrew is writing to Mark. Now let's look at task B. Read Andrew's letter again and look at the notes Mark has made. Match Mark's notes to the points A to C, A, B, C, which show what he should include in his reply to Andrew. Okay, let's look at the note Mark has written. No way, stay with us. He wrote this note at this section. Recommend a good hostel somewhere near the station. And Mark wrote, no way, stay with us. So Mark is suggesting Andrew to stay with him and his family. And then get there on foot is written at this section. Just tell me how to get there from the station, I'll find it. Basically, Mark was saying you can get there on foot. And then meet at any place is the best for you. So Mark is suggesting to meet at any place, right? The best for Mark. Then the last one, must see. Okay, so Mark is basically saying that he needs to reply to this part, giving suggestion to Andrew. Right, so let's match these points with the notes given. A, which one of these notes do you think is suggesting something? Is, Mark trying to suggest something to Andrew. So Mark is required to give suggestion at something in this section. This section A. Yeah. So Mark needs to give some suggestion in this part. What about B? Offering accommodation. So obviously this, right? B. No, stay with us is basically Mark offering Andrew an accommodation at his house. And then C, give directions, get there on foot. So this is him giving direction to Andrew. Okay, so there you go. So basically these are the parts where Mark needs to reply, okay? Needs to respond to. Okay, let's move on to task C. Now read the email that Mark has written to Andrew and underline the sentences that correspond to his notes. Okay, has Mark included all the necessary information in his email? Okay, so let's read Mark's email. Hi Andrew, I'm so glad to hear that you will be here in August. It's the best time of the year and it's wonderful that we'll be able to get together again. We won't be on holiday in August and my parents insist that you should stay with us while you are visiting. We have lots of space and my mother would be very disappointed if you stayed at a hostel. Since you are arriving by train, I suggest that we meet at my father's bakery. I'm usually there on weekday afternoons, and it's very close to the station. The main entrance is on Chester Road. Turn left and walk along this road for a bit. Take the second turning on the right into Maple Street. Our bakery is at the first traffic light, on the corner of Maple Street and Redwood Avenue. You can't miss it. Well, I have to rush off to the bakery now. Hope to hear from you soon. Bye for now. Your friend, Mark. So has Mark included all the necessary information in his email? So what are those 4 necessary information? First one, a place to stay, where to meet, how to get there on foot, and then what is the suggestion that Andrew must see. Okay, so basically Mark has included the where Andrew should stay. okay, where Andrew should stay, and he also has included where to meet him, which is at the father's bakery. And then he also included direction to the bakery on how to get there on foot. But has Mark included the information about historical places and good spots for photography for Andrew to go to? No, I don't think so. So basically, Mark hasn't included any information about the nature spots or places of historical interest that Andrew would like to visit. So there you go. Now let's do task D. Read the two photographs below and choose the most suitable one to complete the email above. Then decide where you would include this information. Why is the other paragraph not suitable? Okay, so let's read the two paragraphs. Okay, A. There are so many fun things to do here that you'll have a hard time choosing where to go first. There's a great water park we definitely have to go to, and the nightlife is something else. We'll have a great time. And meanwhile, B, how could I forget your passion for photography? There is an archaeological site nearby that I know you love. You'll be able to get fantastic photos of ancient ruins, and the surrounding countryside is absolutely breathtaking. Plus, there are lots of other fun things to do in and around the town. So, which one do you think? Is it paragraph A or B? That could be the most suitable one to complete the email above. So, the most suitable paragraph to complete Mark's email is B. Yes, why B? Because it includes information about some nature spots and places of historical interest that Andrew would like to take pictures of. And then the paragraph should go after the directions to the bakery over here. After this, oops. Yeah, after this part. So it should go here. So where is the suggestion? So, okay, Mark acknowledged the passion, Andrew's passion for photography, and the suggestion is as such archaeological site, ancient ruins, surrounding countryside, and then there are lots of other fun things to do, okay, with other suggestion as well. So that is why. Okay, now let's do task E. Read the expressions or phrases in the table. This is a table. And the situations 1 to 3. These are the situations. How would you reply? Okay, so basically we have to reply to these 3 situations here by using these expressions or phrases to help us construct our reply. So this is the phrases or expression for making suggestion. These are for asking for directions, and these are for giving directions. This one asking for direction, and this one giving directions. Okay, let's look at the situation. A cousin of yours who lives in another town is visiting you on Saturday evening, okay, and wants you to go out together. What do you suggest? So I'm going to use one of these expressions here for suggesting things. I think I'm going to use this one. There is a nice something where we could blah blah blah. All right, so let's use this one. This one, right? I'm going to underline this. So let's write our sentence. Okay, there is a nice what? Nice cafe in the town where we can oh, what's happening? Where we can what? Grab a bite and drink some delicious smoothie. So there you go. So where are the expressions? Okay, let's highlight the expressions. There is the expression there is a nice. There is a nice. Oops. So these are the expressions that I used. There is a nice, and then where we can something something. Okay, similar again. There is a nice something something where we can something something. Okay, let's do the next one. Number 2. You are having a party and have also invited a new classmate of yours. Okay, she doesn't know where you live. Give her directions from your school to your house. So we have to give direction. So let's use the expressions for giving direction. Okay, this one is asking for direction and this one is giving for direction. So which expression do you think I should use? Okay, let's try to construct our sentence, right? And we'll go back to the expressions along the way. So let's use the first one. Here, go down Bunga Raya Road for about 200 meter until you come to what? To the traffic lights. Okay, next sentence. Turn left to where? To Merlo Street. Okay, must be in capital letter. Merlo Street. And then we've used this one. Turn left to Merlo Street, and then can we use this one? Go past. Go past the supermarket. Go past the supermarket and turn left again. Turn left into what? Give me another street name. Into Dahlia Street. Okay, we are using all flower here. Okay, let's finish the sentence lah. So my house is where? At the corner? On your left? On the right? Opposite or near or between? At the end of the? So which one we should use? My house is okay lah. My house is on your right. There you go. This is some kind of direction, is it? Okay lah ni. Okay, now let's do the third one. You receive an email from your brother who's studying abroad. He wants to buy your parents presents before he visits, and he asks you for ideas. What do you suggest? So basically we need to give suggestions. So these are the phrases and expressions that we need to use. Let's use this one. I suggest you buy a sock tie for Dad and a silk scarf or tudung for Mom, since they both love silk material. Okay, so that should do it. So before we proceed to the next task, let's highlight the phrases that we used. So we've done number 1, and then number 2 we use go down. We wrote until you come to the traffic lights. Turn left, go past, turn left again, on your right. Okay, and then the third one, I think we just use this one, I suggest, can, and you can use other things, other expressions here. Okay, so there you go. So basically you need to write down your own sentence. Okay, so this is just my suggestion. I want to see your own sentence. Okay, now let's move on to the next task. This is the task where you're finally going to write your own reply letter. Okay, let's read the instruction. Andrew will also be visiting your city, okay, or town, and has sent you the letter in activity A. Basically, you have to imagine that the letter in activity A is for you, right? Imagine that this is not marked, but this is your name. Okay, read his letter and the notes again. Then look at the map below and write an email responding to Andrew using all the notes. Okay, using all the notes. Remember there are 4 notes there. These are the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can use Mark's email as a model. Okay, boleh guna email Mark sebagai model. But you must use your own ideas and expressions or phrases from the table in activity E above. from the table here, you must use your own expression. Okay, basically you can copy this email, this one, you can copy this, okay, this as well, but use your own expressions and your own style, okay, so that it looks different. Okay, kiranya ada identity lah you punya email tu. Kiranya when I read your email, I can know lah the email is from you. Okay, so this is the map. You have a skate park here, Heath Park, it's the name of the park. Skate park ni tempat orang main skateboard. So this is fast food restaurant, you have bowling alley, corner cafe, then you have the internet cafe. Okay, this is the station road, and then here you have Toby Road, North Road, Royal Avenue, King Street, Flower Street, Field Avenue, Clark Street, Park Avenue, and Park Road. Let's read the tips here. For advice regarding an informal letter or email, a plan, set phrases you can use, and the appropriate layout, see pages 19 and 170. So see pages 19 and 170, okay, for further reference. Okay, so that is all for today. I hope to see your email by 3 p.m. today. So I'll leave you to your creativity as usual. If you need more time, just let me know. And if you have any question, don't be shy to ask me. All right? So I'll see you guys again next time. Thank you for your participation. Bye-bye. Take care.